Across the British Isles, ancient timber structures stand as silent witnesses to centuries gone by. From grand tithe barns to humble village churches, these buildings share a remarkable secret. They are made of wood, yet have endured for centuries. How did medieval builders achieve such longevity with a material we consider perishable? The answer lies not in lost magic, but in a deep understanding of nature. Medieval carpenters were naturalists and patient observers, treating wood as a living material with unique properties. Their approach focused on prevention, removing the sugars and proteins that attract decay, rather than fighting a losing battle against rot. This wisdom was passed down through generations, refined by careful observation and experience. Their process began long before the first axe was swung, honouring the tree and aiming to create something that would last for centuries. The journey of medieval timber began with the careful selection of the right tree. Builders sought old, slow-grown oaks with dense, tightly packed growth rings, naturally strong and resistant to pests. They understood the difference between sapwood, rich in nutrients and vulnerable to decay, and heartwood, dense and infused with protective tannins. The goal was to harvest timber with the maximum heartwood, making it inherently durable. Master carpenters read the forest, choosing trees shaped by their environment for specific architectural needs. This artful selection meant harvesting not just timber, but preformed components from nature itself. Unlike modern forestry, which prioritizes speed and uniformity, medieval builders valued quality and resilience. The first secret: the strength of a building is determined long before construction begins. It starts with a walk in the woods and a deep respect for the life of the tree. This careful selection set the foundation for centuries of endurance. Timing was everything. Trees were felled in deep winter, when sap and nutrients retreated to the roots. This minimized the food available for fungi and insects, giving the timber a head start against decay. After felling, logs were submerged in rivers or ponds for months, sometimes years. This water curing leached out remaining sugars and proteins, purifying the wood from within. The process, used by cultures from Romans to Venetian shipbuilders, transformed timber into a sterile, unappetizing material. It was a patient, deliberate baptism, preparing the wood for a long life. Each step was guided by nature's rhythms, not human schedules. The result, timber that was clean, strong, and ready to endure. Once retrieved from water, the timber was slowly air-dried, never rushed in a kiln. Beams were stacked with spacers, sheltered from rain, and left to season for years, 1 year per inch of thickness. This gradual drying prevented warping and cracking, resulting in stable, strong wood. After air drying, some timbers were carefully charred or smoked, creating a protective, insect-resistant surface. Charring sealed the pores and added a carbon layer, while smoke infused the wood with natural preservatives. These methods hardened the timber and made it unappetizing to pests. The process was slow, but the results were unmatched in durability. Medieval builders used fire and smoke as natural chemical engineering. The result? Timber that could withstand centuries of use. Only after all these steps did medieval builders apply protective coatings, never as a cure, but as a final enhancement. Natural oils like linseed and pine tar soaked into the wood, creating a breathable, water-resistant barrier. Unlike modern varnishes, these finishes allowed moisture to escape, preventing rot from within. The secret was not just in the materials, but in the mindset. Buildings were maintained with constant care. Regular inspections and repairs were routine, ensuring small problems never became catastrophic. This culture of stewardship was as vital as any treatment. Buildings were seen as living entities, requiring ongoing vigilance. The combination of preparation, natural finishes, and maintenance created structures that endured for centuries. The medieval approach was simple, effective, and sustainable. Their legacy is a testament to the power of patient craftsmanship. Modern construction is driven by speed and cost, sacrificing the lessons of the past. Timber is sourced from fast-grown plantations, felled at any time, and rushed through processing. Kiln drying replaces years of seasoning, causing internal stresses and weakening the wood. Chemical treatments and synthetic sealants are used to compensate for poor preparation. These coatings can trap moisture, accelerating rot once they fail. The philosophy has shifted from creating a legacy to meeting deadlines. The result? Buildings that require frequent repair and rarely endure. In our haste, we've traded durability for convenience. We can't return to 10-year drying times, but we can learn from the past. Choosing slow-grown, heartwood-rich timber, even at higher cost, pays off in longevity. Sustainable forestry and careful selection are key first steps. Slower, gentler drying methods produce stronger, more stable wood. For small projects, seasoning wood yourself is possible and rewarding. Natural, breathable finishes like oils and waxes protect wood while allowing it to breathe. Regular maintenance and care connect us to the craft of our ancestors. By valuing durability over disposability, we reclaim a lost tradition. Medieval builders aimed to create structures that would last for generations, not just decades. Their philosophy of longevity is the ultimate sustainability, using fewer resources over centuries. The energy invested in a medieval oak frame still serves its purpose today. By choosing quality materials and patient methods, we honor both nature and future generations. We can adopt their mindset, patient, observant, and respectful of the material. Building to last is an act of environmental responsibility and cultural legacy. The whispering timbers remind us that true endurance comes from working with nature, not against it. By listening to these lessons, we can once again build for the ages.